There was a second video that I saw of the stairwell, and I kind of understand why Gigi's not here today.
Gigi.
Let's show it.
I have no idea what you're talking about, Your Honor.
Well, you will in a moment.
I'm attorney Big Game James, and today we are live reacting to the $380,000 question. Is the plaintiff a fraud? Straight from personal injury court. Let's see these crazy moments in court, and let's react. Here we go.
Today on Personal Injury Court.
All of a sudden,
First off, I
felt
don't think
really
there actually is
hard
any
and loud
court
crash
called personal
in the back
injury
of the
court.
bus.
That's not true, Your Honor.
Maybe
She
small claims
turned,
court.
Your Honor.
Yeah, that's
But he's
what
asking for a lot of money, so
You're asking this court for a total of
that's definitely not in small
$380,000.
claims court.
You can see what happened to my head, Your Honor. She admitted to crashing into my bus.
Makes no sense.
The
that he's
only
running his
thing
neck
I
though.
want, Your
That's
Honor,
like
is
for
for
early
fairness.
temporary injury.
This court has no room for fraudsters,
Maybe after a
tricksters, and slimy people. Sheriff Matt, get this man out of my courtroom.
Judge
Maybe he
Gino
had surgery.
Brogdon spent 10 years on the bench ruling on cases worth billions of dollars. Now he presides over some of the largest claims in TV history.
I would love to
This
see the
Personal
contracts
Injury
that
Court.
people signed to come up with this.
Good day, everyone. This is the matter of Galloway versus Murphy. Mr. Galloway, it's my understanding from the documents that you submitted to this court that you are suing Miss Murphy for severe injuries that you received when she backed into your parked car. You're asking this court to award you $60,000 for your medical bills, $40,000 for future medical bills, $30,000 for lost wages, $250,000 for pain and suffering, for a total of $380,000. Is that correct?
That is
I don't know
correct,
how
Your
your
Honor.
lost wages
And Miss
could
Murphy,
round
your
up
position
perfectly to
today is,
30,000.
one, you didn't mean to hit him, you didn't hit him that hard, and you're really surprised he was hurt at all.
Yes, Your Honor.
Well, let's get
Not
into
a
the
great
legal
defense.
sauce. Mr. Galloway, how do we get here?
Your Honor, I work for an airport shuttle company. It's not a fancy job, but it means a lot to me. I get to meet a lot of wonderful people.
hope
It
he gives
allows me
explanation
some
for why
time to
he's
do other
carrying
things
this
in
neck
life at
brace.
my age. I love to garden. I have a wonderful vegetable
I've ever
garden
had a
out back.
client.
You're a pretty well-rounded guy.
I'm a well-rounded guy, Your Honor. Well, I used to be a well-rounded guy.
Well, how'd you end up in this van?
Your Honor, when I dropped off the first group of passengers at the airport that morning, I was really hungry. So I stopped
Terrible
at the
start to the
restaurant
story.
to get something to eat, Your
I actually
Honor.
use this as an
So
example with my
I
clients in
pulled
a
into the
deposition
restaurant
tip
and I
on what
parked
not
at
to
the
do.
nearest available spot, went
Nobody
in, got a
cares
burger and
if they're
soda,
eating burgers and
got
soda.
back into the bus
Please don't
and
tell stories.
was ready
in
to eat
court
my
or
lunch.
deposition.
All right. And Miss
No
Murphy,
need
you
to tell a
remember this
story.
day?
Yes, Your Honor.
What do you remember?
I work as a waitress. Also, I want to add that I am a full-time student. I'm majoring in business administration. I'm a single mother. My daughter's father died a couple months
for the
before she was
sympathy.
born.
Okay.
So
Sorry to hear that.
Thank you. I'm trying to make ends meet. I was trying to get to my daughter's kindergarten recital. My manager accidentally put me on the schedule, and as luck would have it, the day of her very first recital, my coworkers were kind enough to help me out with the side work, and it happened to be slow that day, and I was able to get off early.
Again, going through stories, I know this is TV, I guess, so they're filling time, but don't start telling random stories.
I was so happy, so excited to get to my daughter's very first recital, but also I was cutting it very close on time.
So this is a big day and you had little time.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So what
Sounds
happened?
like she's in a rush.
I was in the front seat of the bus, I had my lunch, and I was about to take the first bite of my hamburger when all of a sudden I felt this really hard and loud crash in the back of the bus.
That's not true, Your Honor.
Okay.
Your Honor, my neck immediately went forward, it snapped back.
That is not true, Your Honor.
Your Honor, will you
Absolutely
please
not.
let me finish?
You may.
And then the next thing I knew, she was banging on the door. I opened the door, and Your Honor, she admitted to backing into my bus. She said she was in a hurry. She apologized.
So was this a really hard hit?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you
Yes,
remember hitting
no,
him
that
really
is
hard?
not true, Your Honor. That is not
Well,
true.
one of y'all is wrong. You say it's
Your
hard.
Honor, it knocked the hamburger out of my hands. I never
Are
even
you
got.
kidding me?
I never even
Are
got.
you serious?
Your Honor, I never even got to finish my lunch, okay? Now,
So, Miss Murphy,
You make me sick.
In court, we probably wouldn't be going back and forth like that as evidence that the crash was hard. I like if the burger actually came out of his hands. That would be decent evidence. I've had clients where they end up with coffee on the roof. And I like that evidence to show like how hard they were hit, that food or drinks went places. That could be good. I mean, when he says, though, I didn't get to finish my lunch, like that's kind of, he's made a couple comments that feel a little kind of taking the process not very seriously. Makes me wonder if he's injured at all.
You
Ms.
know
Murphy,
that? Yes, you're right.
one, talk to me.
I'm sorry.
Let's stick to the
I'm
facts.
fighting for my daughter here.
I understand you're under a
please.
lot of pressure. What do you...
I don't know why she's fighting for her daughter here. She's probably, I guess, relating the money back to the daughter.
My car was parked across from the plaintiff's bus. I'm backing out, and like I said earlier, I was cutting it close on time. I wasn't late, but I wasn't early, and I wanted to get to my daughter's recital. As I'm pulling out, I barely tapped his bus.
Your Honor, if I may.
Now, Mr. Galloway, you can't go that fast in a parking lot, right?
Exactly.
You brought this, it looks like a parking lot. Show me what you're going to do with that.
Yes, Your Honor, and thank you. Your Honor, here's the shuttle bus that I'm driving.
And you're sitting inside.
Well, right. The restaurant is right here, Your Honor.
Okay.
I came back out, got into my
love his
passenger
diagram.
side. As I mentioned, I was about to take the first
I'm guessing
bite of
the
my
TV
hamburger.
producer-
You had no
made this
idea
one.
the world was going to change.
Now,
No, and Your Honor, it has changed dramatically, and we'll get to
Are
that
you-
in
All
a
right,
minute.
so what happened?
So, Your Honor, as I was leaning in to bite my hamburger, and this is the defendant's car, it literally, she
Why is he
turned,
halfway?
Your Honor.
yeah, that's what
That was
happened,
quite
right?
a wallop.
Wow.
Your Honor, who backs into a bus? I mean,
Who sues
and
a
you're
single
standing
mom for
still, right? You're in your parking space.
$300,000?
Your Honor, it's
Well,
not
Miss
a-
Murphy, he's sitting still in his parking space. You back into him, and you say it's not your fault?
As a woman of integrity, I got out
That's
of the
not
car.
credible. You
I
have to
came
admit
over
it's your
just to
fault.
look to see if there was any damage. Both cars were fine. You couldn't even tell
That's
anything
unresponsive
happened.
to the
So I
judge's
did the right
question.
thing. I noticed him
Answer
eating
the
his
judge's
burger
question.
and sipping on his soda.
The burger
having
was on the
lunch.
floor,
I'm
Your Honor. The
speaking.
burger
I'm
was-
speaking.
Y'all need to talk to me.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. But so I knock on his window and I tell him, sir, I apologize. I accidentally bumped into your car. I just want to let you know. He seemed shocked.
Coming up,
He was surprised that
Your Honor-
he didn't even feel anything. What can you tell? There is not a scratch, not a
This
dent.
is your car?
That's his car.
Just because there's not substantial property damage doesn't mean that people aren't
That is
hurt.
true, Judge.
When did you know that you had an injury?
probably 5 to 6 hours later.
That's a credible
I literally
statement.
could not turn my head. I had to turn my whole body like this, Your Honor. It was horrible. You have
From a tap.
no idea what this has done to my life.
A little dramatic.
He was surprised that
Your Honor,
he didn't even feel anything. He was surprised that a car even
What do you
touched
mean I
him.
didn't feel
and then
anything?
You're saying that I
Miss
caused
Murphy, you
this
gotta
much
talk to
damage?
me.
I'm sorry.
It's
I'm just-
okay.
Your Honor, there's
Okay.
not
Yeah,
a
we'll
scratch, not a dent, and I have the photos for proof.
Sheriff Matt, if you'll get the photos from Miss Murphy.
I have that right here. You can't even
So what
tell.
are we looking at here? This is your car?
That's his car.
It's not my
Now let me tell you something though. I mean, I don't see a dent in here necessarily, right? But listen, just because there's not substantial property damage doesn't mean that people aren't hurt.
Good job,
That's
Judge.
So the
Exactly
picture
right,
alone
Your Honor.
doesn't
That's
tell
very
the
true.
story,
Science
but the
backs that
picture
up.
alone tells some story. Is this what your van looked like?
Your Honor,
Tell
I'm
the
not so
truth.
sure I recognize that picture.
Okay.
But Your Honor, she mentioned
not
that I didn't
credible.
feel any pain at first. Your Honor, have you ever
You
studied-
said at the time you didn't feel any pain.
I didn't
Did
feel
you
any
tell her
said
that?
at the time.
Did you tell her that?
If I can please, I'm sorry, Your Honor.
It's
I did
okay.
not feel any pain immediately. If
credible.
you've ever studied severe whiplash, in many instances, the pain doesn't start till days later,
a lot
a
of
week
people-
later, if
a
not
lot of people
months
shaking their
later.
So
heads in the
when did
back.
it start for you?
Every-
When did you
people
know
lived in
that
a
you
car
had an
crash.
injury?
5 to 6 hours later, I literally could not turn my head.
So how has
That
this
does not
changed
make
your
sense
life?
to me.
Your Honor, it's changed my life
that can make
dramatically.
sense
I haven't been
if-
able to leave my house for
I mean, yeah. What Usually if your head's turned and you get hit, that will really cause that pain from the side to the side. If your head is straight and you get hit, it's a little bit different. But if your head is turned, but if he's eating a burger, his head's going to be straight, if that makes too much sense
For
him.
weeks. Your Honor, when I got home, I told my
Oh, my
girlfriend
gosh.
Gigi about it, and then I took
Such a
some
fake
pain
photo.
medication and went to bed, Your Honor.
This sounds like a horrible experience.
It was horrible. You have no
It is.
idea what this has done to my life, okay? When I woke up the next
just waiting
morning,
for him
I
to
was
take
in
that
so
thing
much
off and run
pain,
around
I
as if this
literally
was a
could
big
not
deal.
get out of bed. I had to grab a hold of the bedpost to pull myself out of bed. My girlfriend recommended that I go see a chiropractor.
You make me sick.
Next.
This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever
Your
heard.
Honor, I have the medical report right here. The second, third, and fourth discs are bulging, and the fifth one is in fact ruptured.
Miss Murphy, these are very, very serious injuries. Do you see what you caused?
It doesn't make sense. I think he's scamming.
Oh, man.
You really
This is why
thought you were
have to just
badly
let your
injured.
insurance
I didn't
companies
think,
handle
Your
this
Honor,
stuff.
I was injured. My girlfriend recommended that I go see a chiropractor.
You make me sick. This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever
Your
heard.
Honor,
in my
I
life.
went to the chiropractor.
so emotionally
okay?
involved still.
Now, the chiropractor
an
immediately
attorney, she
took
needs her insurance
X-rays.
company,
She
that they can
scheduled
make
an
an
immediate
objective
MRI.
evaluation.
She thoroughly examined me. Now, what those tests, X-rays, and MRI revealed,
Wow.
Your Honor, was that I had several bulging discs, one of which might even be ruptured. Number two, Your
Are you
Honor,
kidding me?
I have several ruptured discs in the lower vertebrae, the lumbar area, and I have a fractured,
ankle.
And you got
What
all
the-
of this from getting backed into. I
And the
see.
You get a
From
his
fractured
hat.
ankle.
You submitted $60,000 in medical bills.
The expenses
No.
were mounting up.
Your Honor.
Miss
Your
Murphy,
Honor.
these
Your
are
Honor.
very,
Your Honor.
very
Fractured
serious
ankle.
injuries. Do you see what you caused?
I don't understand how this makes sense.
Ron, I have the medical
barely
re-
touched this car. There's no dents. There's no scratches on his car. Nothing.
As I mentioned earlier, I wasn't in pain then. I was in shock, okay?
Oh, please.
The
But yet
pain,
you went and you continue eating your burger and
I did
drinking
not.
your
The
soda.
burger was
but
on
then
the
again,
floor.
earlier you said that you spilled your. Didn't you say you spilled your food?
yes, the hamburger was
That's
on.
a lie.
It's the truth.
No, it's not. And
The
you know
fact
it's
of-
not the
Let's
truth.
have order in
Did
this
you see him
courtroom.
eating the burger
I'm the
after?
one that gets to the truth here.
She
I
needs to-
decide who's
she needs
lying
to take
Thank you,
video
Your
of
Honor.
him.
based on the evidence.
Your Honor, I had the medical report right here. It has the results of the MRI as well as the X-rays, Your Honor.
All right, Sheriff Matt, if you'll get the medical report from Mr. Galloway.
Can I say something, Your Honor?
Yes, ma'am.
I did not cause any of this. The neck brace, all this, I did not cause this. I don't know where this is coming from.
Your
I
Honor.
don't understand. It doesn't make sense to me. And I have the evidence, the photos for proof. Does that make sense to you?
You think there's no way he could be injured like this?
Absolutely not. It doesn't make sense. I think he's scamming.
Your
I
Honor,
don't get it.
Your Honor,
Just because you get a photo that shows not a scratch on the car doesn't mean that folks don't get hurt. We can't just dismiss it simply because there was no property damage. So you submitted this medical report. Let me take a peek at it.
yes, Your Honor.
The patient was involved in a rear-end automobile collision resulting in
Understandable.
partial loss of sensory function. Patient will be permanently incapacitated with limited mobility of his upper body and lower extremities. That's what
Lower
you're going through, Mr.
Yes,
Galloway?
Your Honor, and I have a recreation of the accident, if I may share that with you.
You
Your Honor,
submitted
this
that
could
video to
destroy
the
me.
court. Let's take a peek at it.
This could destroy me. This is, it's comical. This is ridiculous. I don't understand.
This has caused a lot of pain in my life.
I'm sure it has. You're such a liar.
Cast on his ankle.
So let's
When did
keep
this
it
happen,
nice here.
though?
Gosh.
3 days
Sorry,
ago?
I'm fighting for my daughter here.
So tell me what we're looking at here, Mr. Galloway.
When the defendant backed into the back of the bus, my neck went forward and then it came back.
And you continued eating your burger.
You can
And
see
you
this.
said- And you were fine at the
Your Honor, can I
nothing
please-
happened.
You can see what happened to my head, Your Honor. The X-rays revealed and the MRI revealed that the second, third, and fourth discs between the vertebrae there are bulging, and the fifth one
Only an
is in
MRI
fact
would show
ruptured.
that.
So this was a real injury.
My life has simply been changed forever, Your Honor.
Mr. Galloway, you can return to the podium. Thank you, sir. Take your time.
Thank you.
Please explain how a baby tap to the bumper is causing all of this.
X-rays, photographs, videos, they never lie. They tell what's there.
The fact of the matter is this, Your Honor. She admitted to crashing into my bus.
Well, that's what she did here today.
She admitted
She said it's her fault.
She said it's her fault.
Sure.
I just can
The
I
only
say
thing
something,
I
please?
want, Your Honor, is for fairness to
And
be.
justice.
So do I. I want
Fairness
too.
and justice, Your Honor.
So I have something
I don't
important I
even
gotta
know
say.
if my girlfriend's gonna stay with me anymore. I mean, who the heck knows?
I
She
wouldn't
says
stay
I'm
with
no
you.
good. I'm not gonna be able to provide for her.
You've mentioned her a couple of times.
Your Honor.
Tell
Why
me
didn't
it's
she
the
come here to
waitress.
court with you?
Well, Your Honor, she dropped me off. Now, she's supposed to be here. I don't know where she is.
Miss Murphy, you see that if you hadn't backed into him, we wouldn't be here.
Yes, and
I've been
I also
better
want
if
to
she
add
was
that I think I
the
saw
girlfriend.
him coming into the courtroom without barely using any of his medical devices.
Is that right?
I don't know what she's
Hope he
talking
got
about,
some
Your Honor.
video
I
of
cannot move without that scooter.
You know what, folks? The good news is we've got security
Oh, my
cameras
gosh.
all over this facility. We're going to take a brief recess so I can look at those videos and we'll see what the truth is.
Oh,
So
that's
court is
great.
in recess.
What do you think? Is he going to have his neck brace on when he comes in or not?
The verdict is in.
During the recess, this court looked at the video footage. So, Mr. Galloway, this is you and your girlfriend Gigi arriving at the courthouse today, right?
That is correct,
And
Your Honor.
that's Gigi there?
That is Gigi. Your Honor, you have no idea
Oh, he's got
how
his neck
hard it
brace
is
on.
to just get in and out of a car now.
There was a
Oh,
second video that I saw of the stairwell.
I
Tell
have
me he
no
runs
idea
up the
what you're
stairs.
talking about, Your Honor.
Well, you will in a moment.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I think I saw him coming into the courtroom without barely
fake.
using any of his medical
good.
devices.
I don't know what she's talking about, Your Honor. I cannot move without that scooter.
You know what, folks? The good news is we've got security cameras all over this facility. We're going to take a brief recess so I can look at those videos and we'll see what the truth is.
Oh, Judge, watch the footage.
You may be seated.
Get him, Judge. Get him.
During the recess, this court looked at the video footage, and I want to show you the first one. So, Mr. Galloway, this is you and your girlfriend Gigi arriving at the courthouse today, right?
That is correct,
And
Your Honor.
that's Gigi there?
That is Gigi. She did bring me here today, Your Honor.
Okay, now you all got here, what, little afternoon?
That is
right?
correct.
Okay, I see you're using your scooter.
Your Honor, you have no idea how hard it is to get out of just get in and out of a car
A
now.
liar.
Now, Miss Murphy, I see he's doing the same thing there that he did here in the courthouse.
This doesn't make sense to me, Your Honor. I
Okay.
don't understand.
There was a second video
bring
that I
it.
saw of the stairwell, and I kind of understand why Gigi's not here
Oh,
today. Let's
Gigi.
show it.
I have no idea what you're talking about, Your Honor.
Well, you
you do,
will in a
Gigi?
moment. Now, this is you and Gigi?
Yes, Your Honor. That's she.
They took the neck brace off. Yes.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Mr. Galloway, I cannot tell you, this court has no room for fraudsters, tricksters, and slimy people. We cannot waste time that way.
This feels like court reform.
You put this court and Miss Murphy through great expense. Sheriff Matt, get this man out of my courtroom. We don't have time for this.
Put him in jail. That's insurance fraud. The whole thing was a lie. This is in trouble.
Thank
Ms.
you,
Murphy,
Your
I'm
Honor.
sorry
Thank
you had to go through this litigation experience. This is not the
All
way the
6 weeks
justice
of it.
system is working.
Thank you, Your Honor.
However, justice has been served. I am finding in your favor in full. That is my final verdict, and this matter is adjourned. You are free to go.
Fun, entertaining video. I don't know if there's much we can learn from it. Don't lie, let alone a judge in court. Doesn't feel very real. Feels very kind of TV show-ish, but entertaining, great acting, good storyline. Not totally surprised by the outcome. Thanks for watching this live reaction video. Next one coming up shortly. Attorney Big Game James, over and out.